Welcome back, tribe. Got one here from Talk That Thought. Women divorce their husband of 13 years to become a street queen and regrets it. Of course they do. Grass is always greener, right, sis? Actually, it isn't.
So here's how I learned how to meet my own needs after divorce. So I'm that girl that was in relationships from the time she was 14 years old until at 31.
What the
I
hell?
looked at my husband and I was like, peace out, dude. I'm going to go do me now. But it didn't take me long after leaving my marriage to just find the next guy. The thing was, the next guy was a lot younger and I knew that it wasn't going to last forever.
Wow.
He looked at me the same way. It was a casual thing. But ending that casual thing, that's when it got really hard. Casual guy and I are still great friends, but separating that meant me going out on my own emotionally for the first time since I was 14 years old. When that casual thing ended and I was like, okay, Jade, we're doing this. We're going to learn how to just fulfill our own need. I went through at least a 6 to 8 month span where I was very angry at men. Very angry. Because in my world, in my life, they've basically been a constant letdown. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And during that very, very angry phase that I had,
And they don't understand you're the common variable. You blame all men. You've never said, it's my fault. I'm the issue. I need therapy. Why do I pick the wrong guys? Why do I allow myself to get used? Why am I chasing people that aren't good for me? What's missing from my own life? What's wrong with me psychologically? Never. Not once.
Still in my head was thinking, I still need to find a
You see?
partner, and that, the search had an ending. The problem is when you centralize your focus on finding a relationship,
Come on.
you settle way too easily. You settle for trash.
Okay.
Because you're still in that headspace where it's like, it's better to have someone than nobody at all.
Okay.
So one day it hit me. I didn't know who I was. I had been a stay-at-home mom for years, and everything had just been focus on the kids and everything. And one day I was like, I don't even know what I like.
Wow. So you were a stay-at-home mom. You have the ideal setup. And the time you did have to yourself when your kids are going to school, instead of finding a hobby, instead of discovering some passions, instead of figuring out what you wanted to do as the kiddos are getting older, you decided to divorce your husband. You decided to leave. You decided to go out on the streets and get pumped and dumped. Because you probably watched stupid shows like Sex and the City. You probably were all over TikTok listening to toxic advice from women that are crabs in a bucket mentality. They left their perfect lives because they thought it could get even better because they had their little midlife crisis. Once the kids grow up and get a little older and don't need mommy to constantly baby them everywhere, now they figured out, well, I got all this time in my hands. What should I do with it? Oh, my husband's boring. He's so safe. He provides. He protects me. I have no issues. What do I want to do with my life? I need some spice. I need some chaos. I need some toxicity. There's the bad boy that said hello. Let me talk to him. He gave me the tingles, the novelty of something new. Let me wreck the lives of my children and my husband so I could feel something fleeting that is absolutely meaningless. Congratulations, you moron.
I don't know what I like to do. When it hit me that if I just took the energy and the focus that I had put on men and focused it on learning new skills, cultivating friendships with good boundaries with men.
You're still stuck on men, other men. Cultivate these boundaries with your husband. What is happening? What?
And traveling or doing what it is that it was revolutionary. And one of the things that I've noticed is that as I focus on just doing me and being the best version of me, I attract some of the best men. I have multiple deep friendships with men.
What a red flag. She has multiple friendships with men she trusts and respects. It's like that funny picture of, I just have guy friends, I don't get along with women, where it's a chick where she has 100 hot dogs in her mouth. Come on, dude. Gross. You've done absolutely no growth.
Trust and respect men who have shown me that they're not all like the ones from my past. And my secret to navigating all of this now is that all of the men that I meet are friend zone, all of them. Because I truly believe that my perfect person will be a friend first. And that my perfect person will come to me with honesty. So even though I'm such a romantic at heart and I really want love, my primary focus is not relationships.
I think that I will block by the person who I've been seeing. like, my messages are not going through. I, like, sent a text last night saying goodnight, and I normally get something back, and I didn't. And tried to send a message this morning, like, it's not going
It's the same
through.
woman.
But it goes through to all my other friends. Like, why does this keep happening? And I know that this isn't like a me thing. Literally makes me so sick.
What an idiot. You're not giving it up. You're friend zoning the guys. They'll wait as long as they think they need to get in. When they see it's not happening, you get ditched. No man wants to hang out with a chick when he can just hang out with all the homies. It's infinitely more fun to hang out with the boys than it is a woman. The only reason you get any of that time from a man is because he's looking to get laid. Men are not your friend, no matter what you think. Oh boy, look at that.
It's a hard one. I had a pretty good time on the date, but when he went to kiss me, it reminded me of this time that I was kissed by the person that I cannot seem to get over in 5 years. And this person, when he first kissed me, he walked towards me and cupped my face in his hands and kissed me. And it was like a movie. Yeah.
Bro, you see what an alpha widow is? This is a perfect example. Do you see why men look for low body counts? 5 years she's stuck on a kiss because the guy pulled a move on her. A dude she was all madly in love with, the perfect man, the rose-tinted glasses. She put them on. The dude grabbed her face like this and gave her a smooch. The tingles were on fire. She'll never forget that. And then you come along, Mr. Bozo, and go, wow, this chick is so cool. She's so different. Goes in for a kiss. Thinks you're getting lucky. Wow. And in her mind, she's thinking about that one dude. Oh my God.
That moment where it was just so glorious and both of you want it so bad. And
glorious. Do you think her future husband is going to be glorious in her eyes? Do you think she's going to give him all the things she gave that guy in bed? All the enthusiasm, all the glory? You think the nice guy she's going to settle down with? Look at the sadness in her face. I messed up. Ugh, I wish I could do anything to have him. And you know what the saddest part of it is? That once you're dating this girl, once you're married to her, once you have your commitment and drop all the other women you were pursuing for this bozo, if Mr. 5 years ago gave her a call and told her, I miss you, I made a mistake, I want to see you again, with no intention of even doing anything more than a pump and dump, she's going to drop everything and leave your ass. Everything you do for her, all the car doors you've ever helped, all the bills you've ever paid, all the things you've ever fixed, all the time you spend investing in her, all the money, every little thing. I love you, baby. Oh, you're so awesome. We'll drop all that shit for Mr. 5 years ago.
So tonight when that happened, it was nice. It was nice that he wanted to kiss me, and I definitely wanted to kiss him. I mean, I'm attracted to him, which is rare, which is nice. I'm fine with that. But at the back of my mind, I just remembered that time when I fell in love with someone else. And it just kind of dirties the feelings that I could have. I'm stuck on that old person. And I love that.
It dirties the feelings. Let me translate for the bozos that still think they have a shot with some of these women in the West. Pair bonding. Damage. Pair bonding. Damage. Now, do you see why divorces shoot up in failure rates as her body count rises? There you go. There you go, good old Timmy. It's hitting you, huh? It is, isn't it?
You got the point. Basically, a alpha widow is a woman that cannot get over the guy that left his print on.
It is time to give up on dating. That is it. I'm done. I will never fit into this dating culture, ever. And here's 3 reasons why. 1, I don't multi-date.
If I'm dating someone, I won't continue swiping, looking for the next best thing. You have my full attention. I'm not talking to multiple people and putting this into some form of competition. That's not my style. I can't do it. Secondly, I don't ghost. Why? Because I'm an adult and I can actually have a conversation and explain how I feel quite clearly. 3, I don't play mind games. Any form of games. What you say is what you get. I won't blow hot and cold. Never be in doubt with how I feel about you. And I like the same back.
My wife of 42 years decided she was in love with someone she met online and has never talked to nor seen. I'll never trust another woman in my life. Holy crap. These women divorcing their husbands and trying to justify themselves are completely insane. The character Rose from movie Titanic is the ultimate alpha widow. She's over 100 years old and still lusts for a guy she banged over 80 years ago, who she had only known for a day. And in having sex with him, she betrayed her fiance, who bought her passage on the most expensive ship to sail in the world, all the while being tall, rich, handsome man who wanted her even after he found out she cheated on him. Rose was the most despicable, slutty street queen who ever existed. Cultivating friendships means she's getting her back blown out by randos. Get a girl with baggage and you get to carry her baggage. There's a reason why innocence is highly valued. No baggage. Yeah. Look, here's all the damage, man. You're seeing it firsthand. They're literally telling you out loud. It taints the feelings I could have for the next man. When she runs into that guy, it's game over for you. You'll never live up to that ideal because it becomes distorted in their mind years later. All she'll think about is the good moments. She'll forget all the bad. The rose-tinted glasses thing, it's real, man. That guy becomes perfect in her eyes. And then there's multiple men like this because one guy does that one thing really well. One guy did that thing really well. There's a lot of emotional triggers she's going to have from a multiple alpha men that she's dated that turned her into this alpha widow. And you can't compete with that, dude. How are you going to compete with like 6, 7, 8, 10 plus different men that all were really good at something? And you'll never be able to measure up in all those things all at once. That's the caricature of the perfect man they piece together in their head. And that's why they'll never be happy and satisfied in any relationship. And it's not your job to save them. And that's why you should always vet for body count, always vet for her relationships with her family. The most important job you have as a man, before getting down on one knee if you decide to do so, is vetting her like you're a professional investigator, period. You have to go through her past like a fine-tooth comb, search every nook and cranny, lift every pebble, look underneath for everything. The same way she vets you for your future and asks you what you do and how much money you make and how much you could spend on her, yada, yada. She invests in your future. You invest in her past. End of story.